Astronauts to the moon.
Ignition sequence start. 3, 2, 1.
Houston, we have a problem.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue.
What you're seeing here is a mirage.
What's going on, everyone? It is Jaron from Jeranism, back with another live video for you this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me, as always. I do appreciate it greatly. Today's video will be quite short, so don't get too settled in, as we will simply be covering one topic just to show the nonsense put out there by anti-flat earth channels. And this explains why I'm not subscribed to most of them, because all they can do is tell lies, put out misinformation, and issue ad hom attack after ad hom attack. So as I said, this video will be rather short, and then I've got some errands to run, and then I'll be back home in time for Jeranism Monday Night Raw. So hopefully, if you need more of your Jeranism fix at 6 p.m. Pacific, that's about 4 hours from this moment, head over to tfrlive.com if you could do that. Click Listen Live on that website, and you'll be ready for the #1 show on True Frequency Radio on Monday nights between the hours of 6 and 8 p.m. Pacific, and that's 9 to 11 Eastern. So I'd be happy to see you there. For now, I'm going to be defending my co-host David Weiss from the DITRH YouTube channel. And before I get going on that, I do want to point out real quick that there is a warning for this video. There is plenty of curse words in it. It's not mine. You know, I don't see the need for that, but some people do. But in this particular video, there's plenty of curse words, plenty of ad hom attacks, so no children, please. If there's any children watching this now, put them to bed, have them go out and play in the beautiful sun, or do something other than watch this video, because unfortunately we're going to be watching a video. This is the video we're going to be watching. It's just going to be just the first section of it. It's called Dumb and Dumber. It's Dumb and Dumber Flat Earth Edition, I think, by somebody called Team Skeptic. Again, I'm not even subscribed to any of these channels, but David Weiss sent me this video. I watched it, and man, just about 5 minutes in, and you're like, man, gotta just point this out. So I renamed it Dumb, Dumber, and Dumbest Flat Earth, or East and West are circles on a flat Earth, and we're about to explain that quickly. Oh, and by the way, this is, of course, live. So again, I just wanted to make sure that there is a warning so that you understand that you might not want to have the children listening to this one, not because of me, but because of Team Skeptic, who thinks it's necessary to curse the whole time and to basically call people names the whole time, because that's the only defense that globe believers have. They have to just call names, and you'll see that here shortly. So let's move over to that video, have it bring it up here so that you can see what I'm watching, and let's begin this video again. And this is in reference, by the way, to a great video Owen Benjamin did, a nice awake person who had Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole David Weiss on his show for a nice flat earth discussion. The link to that full video is in this description. But also, there is a link to this video here by Team Skeptic, who wanted to respond to Owen Benjamin and David, and rather than do it in a nice and, you know, an appropriate way. We're going to hear how it begins. So let's start this video, and thank you guys again for joining me. Here we go.
Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be covering a video I came across by YouTube user Owen Benjamin's Bear Cave, titled Circumnavigation Supports Flat Earth. In this video, Flat Earther, deep inside the rabbit hole, or dearth, is
Notice the tone there. It's just hilarious to me, these guys. This is their only method, but here we go. Let's continue.
having a live conversation with a true human asshat named Owen Benjamin. Now,
a true human asshat. The guy doesn't even know Owen Benjamin. But guess go ahead, call those people that. Owen Benjamin is a great guy, and if you've watched any of his videos, he explains why he is, and gives you definite reasons to think that. But let's continue.
Now, Owen Benjamin is a self-proclaimed truther who, like the rest of all flat earth idiots, is not interested in the truth at all.
Okay, so this is hilarious here. If you guys notice up in the upper right-hand corner, he's keeping an idiot count, which is the amount of times that the maker of this video says idiot. Is anybody impressed? It would be, I mean, I could do the same thing. And then I just go on and say idiot, 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 and then the counter goes up. Why? Because you are proclaiming other people are idiots? What is the point of that? Man, this should say ad hom attack counter. That's what it is. Just how many times are you going to attack people and just call them idiots or asshats or stupid, or that's all you're doing. Let's continue.
He admittedly hates Chinese and Jewish people,
He hates Chinese and Jewish people? The person that was on his show, David Weiss, is Jewish. Owen Benjamin is Jewish. But he hates Jew. That makes no sense. Unbelievable what these guys will say and what people will believe. And if you read down to these comments, everybody goes, oh yeah, good video, way to go. Oh man, so good. Give me some more physics. Let's continue.
Everything is a conspiracy to hide the truth.
He just said he thinks everything is a conspiracy to hide the truth. That's exactly what a conspiracy is. And everything is a conspiracy to hide the truth. What isn't? Jeez, what a nonsense statement to start. Already I'm pissed off at this video. And again, hilarious that this idiot count is just how many times this guy, Team Skeptic, which by the way is hilarious. These guys are not skeptical. They're not skeptical of anything unless it goes against the mainstream. If you go against the mainstream, then they're skeptical of it. These guys wouldn't know skepticism if it flew into the most heavily protected building in the United States, putting a hole in it, and then, you know, there's 26 cameras lining the front of that building, but none of them show. There's never been a video of this event happening. These guys are real skeptics. Nope. They believe everything. They believe Building 7 fell because of fires in the bottom of it. How skeptical can you be, huh? Way to go, skeptics. You guys are doing a great job. Why don't you join Michael Shermer in his Skeptics magazine? And it's just a joke. Let's continue.
And he can definitely prove that we didn't go to the moon.
Anybody can prove that. Anybody.
But the only thing Owen Benjamin is going to prove in this video is that he is a total fucking idiot.
Oh, okay. Nice
now, I want to say
Yep.
thank you.
See what he's doing? He just said he's an idiot, and it gets an idiot count. Stupid as can be. Wow.
To all my patrons and channel members whose support helps me make videos like these.
If anybody supports you making videos where you count how many times you say idiot yourself, boy, good luck. Keep doing that. I wouldn't change a thing.
So let's begin.
All right, so when you go east and west are circles around the magnetic pole, whether it's the axis of a ball or the center of the flat Earth. It's
true. Way to go, Dave.
the magnetic center. You hold your compass out,
right,
and the compass will point towards the north, right? So if the north is that way, and I want to go west, I'm going to go west. But as I go, I have to stay equidistant from that North Pole magnet.
Right.
So west on a ball Earth or a flat Earth is a circle.
Right. No,
now you hear Owen Benjamin saying, right. Here we go.
Is a circle.
I see that completely. That one never got me.
That one never got Owen Benjamin because he can think. He thinks outside the box. He uses his head. He doesn't just simply parrot things that are in books. Let's continue.
The whole I go around the Earth. It's like that makes total sense on dome Earth.
This person up here, Godless Engineer, says, but we don't continually turn left or right as we go straight. We just go straight. This is nonsense, and I'm about to show you why in a second. Or maybe I can jump over there and show you that now. So he says, we don't continually turn left or right as we go straight. We just go straight. Okay. Let me bring up for you good old Google Earth. You know, everybody loves Google Earth, right? Let me make it so that you can see what I'm doing. Here's Google Earth. All right. So as we go east or west, we just go straight. We don't turn in circles, says Godless Engineer, which that's a person I want to listen to. The Godless Engineer. Boy, must be great. Let's go right here. This is a North Pole. Again, we're using their model. We're using their ball Earth here on Google Earth, right? And they say when they go north or south, they just, okay, so let's draw a line here and say, okay, this person standing here where my little box is going to go east or west, right? Let's draw a straight line. Oh, how do we draw a straight line? And you'll see that this straight line is the middle. The radius of the circle is a straight line, correct? So how can we go east or west and get back to where we started going in a straight line? It's impossible. The only way to do it is to put your radius here in the center, to draw a circle this way, and all of a sudden now we can go around. But what is this called, ladies and gentlemen? When you stay equidistant from the center of something, what is that called? Pretty sure it's a circle. Pretty sure that if you start going east or west here, that you would have to turn to the left to go east here. You'd have to keep turning to the left. You have to stay equidistant from the center, which is exactly what David Weiss said. These guys just don't get it. They don't even understand their own model. Let's go to a place like here, and let's say that, and everybody knows 90 degrees is east, right? So let's draw a line here, and let's go 90 degrees. Oops, I wanted to do a line, not a radius. Let's go to line. There we go. So let's say we're starting here from this, I don't know, 75 line here. And if we decide to go 90 degrees, and you'll see it up here, maybe you don't see it. Unfortunately, I don't think you can see my little box here. But 90 degrees, let me move this out of my way. Now I can't see it. There we go. 90 degrees is right here. Okay? So that's 90 degrees, which is exactly what David's pointing out. This is 90 degrees. They say if you go east, that you'll stay in a straight line. No, if you go east, you'll start going this way. You'll start heading south. Unbelievable that these guys just can't even figure out their own model. Imagine if you tied a string to the North Pole. Okay, we tie a string, we walk out here, and we start going east or west. Will you be straight or will you be in a circle? You will go in a circle. Period. End of story. It's simple. Let's go back to the movie here and continue from there, and we'll get back to Google Earth here in a second. Let's continue.
Earth are just not sphere Earth to me. That one never got me.
Dirth, do you not realize that on a flat Earth, due east and due west are two-dimensional curved lines, whereas in reality, due east and due west are straight lines that curve along a third axis, allowing them to remain straight with no deviation along the x and y axis and still curve back on itself so that you finish at the same point that you started. This well-known fact also explains the equatorial traversal of the sun appearing to be a straight line on the surface of the earth during the equinoxes.
These guys are simply trying to use words to confuse you and to make you think that everything that they've figured out is already done, it's already known, and if you go east or west that you're actually staying in a straight line when anybody can figure out, and again we just showed it, if you think about it, that would be impossible because you have to stay equidistant from the North Pole. All right, let's continue on.
Simply cannot account for these empirical and historical observations. Therefore, it does not fit reality.
Oh, it doesn't fit reality.
As far as the compasses go.
But you know what does fit reality? Spinning at crazy speeds, flying through the vacuum of space at unheard of speeds, nobody feeling a thing, being just a speck in this great, vast vacuum universe that's been concepted in people's minds. That does fit reality. What doesn't is the flat Earth.
Flat Earthers would have to try to explain how and why a northern magnetic pole exists without a southern magnetic pole.
We don't have to explain anything other than all compasses point north. Do you think that the compasses in the south point south? Because they don't. Okay, maybe you can move the little red tip to the other side of the compass and say, oh, now it's pointing south. No, it's not. It's the opposite of north. Pretty simple.
To this day, we have never observed a natural magnetic monopole and only an idiot would assert that the Earth is the one special
we got another idiot count. Way to go.
Well, it only makes sense because billions of people have circumnavigated the Earth east or west.
Right.
Nobody's done it south.
No one
South
ever does it north-south. And why does no one talk about that?
Why does no one
Both
talk
of you
about
guys
that?
are such fucking idiots.
Oh, here we go again.
In
Add another
1982,
ad hoc
the Guinness
up here.
Book of World Records added Randolph Fiennes
Ooh.
and Charles Burton to the
Guinness, they're a real authority.
record books as the first people to make a surface circumnavigation of Earth.
Oh, okay. So he's talking about these two guys. What about the cameraman? The cameraman, I guess he doesn't get the award for circumnavigation, but the two guys he's filming do. Do you guys see the problem here? They're actors. Okay? They get paid to do their little trek through the ice up to the north and then along the side of Antarctica. That's their job, and the person who's filming gets paid to film. It's all acting. Let me go to this for you real quick. Bring this up for you. And this is Sir Ranulph Fiennes, who we're talking about. Let's read about him on Wikipedia here. Sir Ranulph Twinkletoes Twistleton Wickelheim Fiennes, the third Baronet OBE, was born, commonly known as Ranulph Rand Fiennes, is an English explorer and holder of several endurance records. He is also a writer and a poet and an actor, and I'll show you that in a second too. Fiennes served in the British Army for 8 years. Oh, well, thank goodness he's got no ties to the government. I mean, the Army's never lied to us, at all. So, this is he's definitely to be believed. Fiennes served in the British Army for 8 years, including a period of counterinsurgency service while attached to the army of the Sultanate of Oman, or the Sultanate of Oman. He later undertook numerous expeditions, was the first person to visit both the North and South Poles by surface means, and the first to completely cross Antarctica on foot. In May 2009, he climbed Mount Everest. And again, according to Guinness Book of World Records, in 1984, he was the world's greatest living explorer. He's written numerous books about his army service and his many expeditions, as well as a book defending Robert Falcon Scott. If you read further down, you'll see that he's also a cousin of the Queen. Okay, he's good friends with Prince Charles. All this stuff is in here. Read about it yourself if you want. If you want to do a fun search to see what kind of an actor he is, just search Sir Ranulph Fiennes faking accidents. That's an easy search, right, on Google? And look at all the articles. Ranulph Fiennes faked accidents to get exciting TV footage. Faked accidents during televised expedition. Suggested fake stunts for filmed expedition. Falls that were faked for TV. He's an actor. You want to believe him? Go right ahead. I don't believe him. That it's been proven in court. That he's faked accidents. That he's had other people on his expedition with him. Fake accidents to make it look more exciting. Why? Because he's an actor. Okay, that's what actors do. They fake things and make it look great for everybody. So he's done a fantastic job, right? What a great actor. Everybody believes he crossed Antarctica. He went to the north. He's the first person to cross north and south, and he also faked some accidents, and that's been proven in court. Many more. Fiennes told female mountaineer to fake accidents during expedition. Sir Ranulph Fiennes faked TV calamity. Sir Ranulph Fiennes TV faked accidents to make expeditions look more dangerous, even though he's the world's greatest living explorer. He instigated the fake accidents during a televised expedition. Faked scary falls in TV adventure scenes. Faked mountain falls to make documentary even better. Faked accidents to make TV more exciting. What a freaking joke. You want to believe in this guy? This is the problem with these guys like Team Skeptic. They want to adopt any little hero that they're given. This guy did what you got. He crossed Antarctica. Oh, we love him. Look at him. He's the world's greatest explorer. Oh my goodness. Where can I kiss his butt? Give me a break. Okay? You want to believe he went to Mount Everest? That's fine. Believe it all you want. For me, I have big problems with Sir Ranulph Fiennes. I have big problems with people who are cousins of the Queen, that are the third Baronet, and anybody named Ranulph Twistletoe, Twinkletoes, Whistlekime, Wendelfine Fiennes. Okay? This guy's a joke. Let's continue on with more of this ridiculous video. Shall we? Yeah, I know, unfortunately we have to. Let's transfer back over there. Here we go.
Crossing both poles.
He crossed both poles. It took them 2 years, 357 days to do this great feat.
2 years, 361 days, but eventually they crossed both the North and South Poles and returned to their starting point in Greenwich, England.
I'm so impressed. There's no way that can be faked. No way to fake that. Who was on the mission? Those two guys and a cameraman? No way they could fake it. be impossible. Let's all believe it. Let's all adopt him as our new, savior to mankind, the greatest world explorer, and let's just pretend he didn't fake accidents for TV.
So, see, there's a circle map behind me, but if you go north, which is towards the center, you can go over the north and go to the other side
Right, great point, Dave.
of the world.
Right.
So you go north, and then as soon as you pass the center, you're now going south. But if you keep going in any direction, it becomes south.
Right.
If you point your compass west,
Right.
then put your compass down and head in a straight line,
Yep.
you're heading south.
Right.
Dearth,
What?
you're dumb as dog shit, dude. Due west does not head south at any time and remains perpendicular to due north and
Due west does not head south at any time. Let's draw it again because maybe I guess I got to explain it again. Let me bring up Google Earth again, just so we can do it one more time because maybe I messed something up here. Okay, so due west or due east does not become south at any time. Let's start here. I don't know, in India somewhere. Let's start at this line here. Okay, and we're gonna head this way 90 degrees. Okay. So my thing here is at 90 and 90 degrees. All right, so this person who calculates his compass east, and starts to head east will eventually be heading south. Okay, exactly as David said. But these guys don't get it. They want to believe in fairy tales. They want to be, well, no, we just keep going west in a circle, but we stay in a straight line. And nonsense. Absolute, total nonsense. Again, all you need to do is put yourself up here, and then you'll realize it. Now, granted, this is a huge landmass that we live on. Okay? Nobody knows how big it is. So if you come out here and you start, no one's going to know whether they're turning their wheel. You think a plane would be able to tell? A plane wouldn't be able to tell, and one way you can figure that out is go way down here, and if I draw a line from here to here, at 90, that's 90 degrees. So you're right, there would be no turn there. But if I keep this line going at 90 degrees, let me zoom out here. Okay, so you would be at 90 degrees in that one spot. Let me zoom out here a little more. Here we go. We'll pull it out here. Let's get to 90 degrees. Okay, so that's right there is 90 degrees. Again, you'll notice that if we go down here super close, well, yeah, this person is staying right even with this line here of latitude. But as you go, you will start to head away from that line, as you see right here. There you go. You're going off it. If you want to stay on that line, what do you have to do? Turn left. Isn't that exactly what David's saying here? Pretty sure that's the case. Let's go back and continue on with more of this nonsense video. And we're just going to watch a very short portion, like I said, because that proves to you that these guys are nonsense. And all they can do is put a little idiot counter up here and count how many times they themselves can say idiot. Wow, I'm so proud of you. Good job. You can count how many times you can say a word. Fantastic. This is really exciting stuff. Let's continue.
south without any deviation along the X or Y axis. Let me demonstrate this.
Yeah, please demonstrate because I don't get what you're saying.
Imagine that you are driving in a car on
Okay.
the equator heading east.
Okay.
And you wanted to circumnavigate the Earth.
Okay.
If the Earth were flat, then your two-dimensional coordinate system would consist of both an X and a Y
Okay,
axis.
X and Y, gotcha.
We will call the Y axis your left-right axis, and
Okay.
the X axis as your front-back axis.
Gotcha.
On a flat Earth model, anytime you orient yourself so that your Y axis is pointed directly at the North Pole,
Okay, so notice he said anytime you orientate yourself so that the the Y-axis is pointed directly at the North Pole, which we have so far. So far, I believe I'm with
you
you.
are by definition pointing due east.
Okay, gotcha.
If you begin driving...
Oh, wait a second. I thought you said when our Y-axis was oriented towards the North Pole. So as you start to move your car, you forgot to keep the Y-axis oriented towards the North Pole. Because as soon as you do, you start to turn to the left. Wow.
driving straight, you
Wait,
will
what?
immediately notice
No, and if you started to go straight this way and you no longer were keeping your compass directed towards the North Pole, then guess what direction you're now traveling? South. Exactly what David already said.
that the Y-axis will begin falling.
Why is the Y-axis not pointed at the North Pole anymore? If you have a compass and you start to move to the east, like this car is going, the compass will adjust as you begin to... The compass isn't going to keep pointing this way. This isn't east anymore. I mean, this isn't north anymore. North is back here. So if your compass did move, if this Y-axis bar stayed even with the car and directed towards the North Pole, the car would turn itself to the left.
Falling out of alignment with the North Pole, meaning you are no longer perpendicular, and you are now heading in a southern direction. This is not what we see in reality.
It is what we see in
But
reality,
on
and
a
how would you
globe,
know?
We are now working with a third dimension,
Oh,
the
on a globe.
Z-axis, which allows your car to orient itself in another dimension without violating
now
its
it's another
need to be
dimension.
perpendicular to the north and south. This is what matches our reality,
Right.
as due east and due west are straight lines with no deviation on the x and y axis,
Okay.
only deviation on the z axis. This is by far one of the easiest proofs to understand,
So easy.
that shows that the earth cannot be flat.
Oh, it can't be
But
flat now.
flat earthers don't get it, because
Nope.
flat earthers are idiots.
Good. Put another number up here.
Yeah,
Way to
Get off
go.
about the baskets. Finish your basket thought. I did.
Let's
I
skip
did.
forward a little bit.
Need to
Can't
go
take this
into
anymore.
that works on a flat.
Earth, you're an
Let's see.
idiot.
Oh, here we
Any
go again.
attempt to circumnavigate the
Why not just keep saying the word idiot over and over again so that this number just keeps going higher? I don't get
flat
why.
Earth, north to south, would end up running into your imaginary flat Earth dome.
No, that's not true. Imaginary flat Earth dome. No, nobody's ever done it because you can't go south. That's why nobody's ever circumnavigated north-south, because you can't go there.
Or would just continue on forever.
Maybe.
I've recently seen some flat earthers that suggest that there may be a portal on one side of the
Oh,
flat
yeah.
Earth that immediately transfers.
Okay, has anyone ever heard of the fallacy that this guy's using? The straw man fallacy? Which one of these guys said anything about a Pac-Man son?
you to the other side of the flat Earth,
Right,
suggesting more of a Pac-Man Earth.
right.
I
Who
mean,
said that?
Who knows? I've personally seen a movie where a child was swept up by a tornado and dropped off in Oz.
Right.
So I guess anything's possible on a flat Earth.
So did anybody notice the problem here? What if I can just say that? I've personally seen a movie where a child was picked up by a tornado and dropped off in Oz. So I guess anything's possible on a globe Earth. You guys impressed? Hope so.
And my expertise is not in some of these technical fields. Like some pilots I know think the Earth is flat. One pilot wrote to me to ask you about direct communication. Why sometimes if you go too low, they have a hard time communicating because of the perceived curve.
You're looking or sending a radio wave. The farther out it goes, the angle of attack gets.
Look at this nonsense this guy puts over. Godless engineer, which, yeah, we got to go listen to what this guy says. No, that is not how radio waves work. If that is how radio waves work, then ground-based communication wouldn't work either. You can't have your cake and eat it too. What?
less and
Holy
less and
smokes,
less and
these
less.
guys are
Like,
just
While
clueless.
Owen Benjamin might be an expert in being a racist and a total fucking idiot,
Wow. Are you impressed with yourself? Man.
I happen to have been a radar tech in the Navy in my
Oh.
younger days, and this angle of attack bullshit was never mentioned in my education.
Oh, it was never mentioned in your education. People see the problem here. It was never mentioned in your education. Who is telling you that your education tells you about the flat earth? Who's telling you that? Because they're awfully confused. Okay? Extremely, extremely confused. Anyway, there's no use in even continue on with this video because this guy is so full of it that I can't even take it. Once you get to this point, you start to realize why it makes no sense to pay any attention to these channels who are simply going to go and say, well, in my education, I never learned about... Well, yeah, of course you didn't. What are you saying in your videos? Why would you tell people that? What difference does it make? Who is saying that, oh, go read a physics book. That's how you'll get to the truth about the flat earth. Well, does that make any sense? None. Oh, it wasn't in my... I didn't have it in my education at all about the angle of attack of radio waves. What difference does it make? What was in your education if we're saying that that's the very reason that people believe things that aren't true? It's nonsense. One more time, let's go back just to Google Earth so we can explain this one more time. And then, like I said, I got errands to run. I got some things to do. But then I will be back for Jeranism Monday Night Raw. But again, hopefully people can realize that if you grab the circle tool and you put your center at the middle there, at the North Pole, and you pull away, then this is the straight line that becomes the circle around each of the latitude lines. And if you're traveling in this direction, then you would have to turn to the left. Think about tying a string to the North Pole. And you could get super close here if people don't realize it. If you got super close, we'll redo this at the center here. There you go. That if this person started walking west, well, the string would pull you to the left. Started walking east, sorry. Then the string is going to keep you equidistant from the center. Does that make sense? But these guys want you to believe that this is straight. No, on the globe Earth, we just start walking and we just walk straight. If you walk straight, you'd start heading off this way. You would not circle the North Pole. But these guys, they don't get it. They don't get it. And again, I've shown many times, if we do this line here, that again, on a very short scale, and this is why they've confused us all. This is how they've confused everyone so that people can't get this truth, is if you go to, let's go around here to the United States here. And I've also shown the problems with this. Let's say you're somewhere out here, I don't know, say you're in San Francisco. Okay? And if we had 90 degrees over here, which again is, which is interesting here. This is 90 degrees exactly, right there. Okay, so that's 90 degrees. So if this person and this person, if this is 90 degrees from here, then which way is 270 from here? 270 would be San Francisco, right? If this person's directly east of this person, then this person must be directly west of him, right? So let's move the line over here instead. Move out of my way. Let's move the line here instead, and let's head back. So we'd be up here, right? Nope, sorry. 270 west is down here. So that makes a lot of sense, right? This person is 90 degrees east of this person, and this person is 270 west of this person. So once you realize that there's problems here, then you'll start to see the truth. But again, you can't just parrot what you are told. You can't just repeat what you were taught in school. That's not the method to find the truth at all. So again, if we draw a 90-degree mark over here, well, where's it going to go? 90 degrees is right there. Exactly what Durst said. Now, if we got really close, this is where they confuse you. If you got real close down here and you say, where'd my line go? There you go. This person's standing right here at this shore. If they were looking east, well, yes, that's a straight line. That's a straight line towards the east. See this line here of latitude is the east? So look how long it stays the same. It stays the same for a long time. Really close, but then it starts to deviate. Why? Because you need to turn. And when you're talking about these kind of distances, you think a plane would know that they're deviating from that? No, not at all. Nobody would know. Okay, but again, these guys want to believe in fairyland. They want to believe that they're on this. This is where they live. Spinning in outer space. Look at how great this is. We spin around in space. Wow, this is amazing. People want to believe that they live here. Can't believe they want to believe it so bad. They're willing to believe anything that they're told. Again, just to point it out, because I love to point this out, this is water, ladies and gentlemen. This is water. Upside down. With ships cruising along the ocean here. You want to believe in fairy tales? Go right ahead. Enjoy yourself. I think it's all nonsense. And that's what this channel is all about. So, again, if you want to support this channel, you can do so easily. PayPal.me/Jaron. Patreon.com/Jeranism. Or Venmo @Jeranism. And I just want to always thank my patrons. Thank you guys so much. This allows me to have this channel. So, appreciate you guys so much for helping me make videos. And just one more time so that people understand, this guy is the dumbest. It's pretty sad. East and west are straight lines only on the equator. That's it. It's the only place. So, and I don't want to go on a rant here. But there is a reason why we don't just tell you to go read a physics book to learn about the flat earth. There is a reason why we don't tell you to go back to college if you want to learn the truth about where you live. Those who do are just further indoctrinated, and there is a reason why I don't watch the channels that do nothing but parrot the mainstream and tell you to do and believe the same. Why? Well, because we have all been lied to on a massive scale, and by reading the books that landed us here in the first place, and by parroting the lies that have been forced upon you from birth, we simply become enamored with our belief systems. We become so entrenched in them that the only way that we can live with those indoctrinated lies and those indoctrinated ideas is to make sure that others believe them as well. Okay? It's not called a rabbit hole for nothing. We must begin to peel away the layers of deception, and with videos like we just watched from Team Skeptic, we only continue to be the fool. If you want to keep believing that you live on a giant space rock zooming around an endless vacuum at mind-numbing speeds, then it's easy to find documentation and useless parrots who will certainly help you hold on to these fantasyland beliefs and false science fiction masked as reality. To free yourself, however, from those belief systems actually takes work. It takes actual thought and not mindless repeating. It takes strength, not memorization. It takes just a little leap into the rabbit hole, and the reason that the mainstream is so afraid of conspiracy theories and actual free speech and an open mind is because as you peel away one layer of deception, another follows right behind, and then another, and then another. And before you know it, you begin to emerge as a true, free-thinking, and awake human being, no longer trapped and confused by the lies told every day in the mainstream media, in so-called science, which is actually just pseudoscience, quite impressively masked. And as your belief system is shed, your eyes open to the real reality, which has actually been right in front of your face the entire time. It's up to you when you want to really use your brain that you were given, and when you want it to simply be a tool that's manipulated and abused by those who have held humanity in shackles for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Of course, that's just my opinion. You can take it or leave it. I remind you, as always, to do your own research, and if that you think I mean reading physics books and watching videos from Fight the Flat Earth and Team Skeptic and Godless Engineer, then you will always just believe exactly what you've already been taught. Thanks for joining me, everyone. This has been Jeranism. Till next time, peace.